Previously, we looked at how to make changes to our course settings, and we also looked at how to organize our course structure. So now we're going to be looking at how to add resources and activities into this section. Then later on, we shall add users, and our course will be ready for students to take. So as usual, we turn on editing when we want to make changes to our course dashboard. So here we have this section, the very first section, which has announcements. Announcements are a special form of a forum, which is one way, meaning that the teacher posts notices to students, and the students can only view. They cannot reply. It's not interactive. So teacher posts something, the students see it, and then later on they post something else, which comes above the previous one, and so on and so forth. We're going to look at announcements a bit later on. So let's start off with the resources. So to add resources to a section, under each section there is this add activity or resource button, which you click. So under introducing PHP, when we click this, we have a list of activities, and then below it we have a list of resources. Like we said, the activities we're going to look at a bit later on because they're more detailed, and we'll start off with resources. So for resources, we're going to look at the file, the folder, the label, the page, and the URL. So we're going to start off with the file. Actually, when you click on any of these, you get a full description of what it is. So it says here, the file mode enables a teacher to provide a file as a course resource. You could provide something like PDF or PowerPoint slides, or you could provide a PDF document for like a case for students to read, or some notes that you have compiled or got from somewhere. You attach a file. So when we say add the file, we get a form for adding a file. We give the file a name. Send the Zen framework. This is a PDF document we're going to add as a resource. We give you a brief description. You can choose to display the description or not. Let's choose to display it so we see what it looks like. And then we add the file. We pick it from our drive. So these are options for the display. Embedded means you view it within Moodle. Force download, meaning that if you click on it, it will automatically download. Open means it will open within the web page, the whole web page. And then open in pop-up means it will open in a separate window. So this shows details about the metadata of the file, like the modified date, upload date, and modified date. So when we go over to our course dashboard, we shall see this is how the file appears. If we choose to view the page as a student, this is what it will look like. So the student will be able to see the file and a brief description about the file. And when they click it, it automatically downloads. So next, we're going to add a folder. The folder enables the teacher to display a number of related files inside a single folder. So we give the folder name. Or we'll choose not to show the description. Sometimes this description overcrowds the course dashboard, especially when it's detailed. If it's brief, that's fine, but we're going to choose not to display this one. So we'll add a folder and call it sub, and then in this we'll add so we save and return, and then when we view our page as a student, we shall see we have our file, and this is in our folder. When we click the folder, we'll be able to see the folder and its subfolder content. And then there's a download button here. When we click that, we're able to download our whole folder as a zip file. So again, let's take out the description just to see how it will look like. So also here we take away the description. So now it looks much neater. Our introduction has a file and a folder. When we click the folder, we're able to download. When we click the file, we're able to download. So those are two resources we've added. So again, we're going to add a label. Now a label is something that, as you know what a label is, it's something that simply marks. Let's see here, select the label module enables text and multimedia to be inserted in the course page between links to other resources. So this is helpful. There are situations where you want to have subdivisions of these sections, and there is no structure way in Moodle you can do that, but using labels, for instance, in this section that's installation and development, we could have a label and call it installation. We could style this and give it a medium header italicize it. So we under installation, we have installation, then we add another label which we can call development. So we do the same, we give it a medium header and italicize it. So what we have here is a subdivision of installation and development environment. In the first section we have installation, so all the resources that have to do with installation we put under installation, and then all the resources that have to do with development environment we put after development environment. So in that way we have created a subdivision. With labels you can also add images. For instance, I could add a label here that and I place in an image. Images must have a description except if description is marked as not necessary. So I either have to put a description here or mark it as not necessary. So here we have a label which has an image. We can also move these items using this cross arrow. Move this to the very top, introducing PHP, and then I will turn editing off. So this is how my page will look like. This is a label with a file and a folder in the introducing PHP section. And then here in the installation and development environment, I have two labels that subdivide this section into installation and development environment. So next we're going to add a page. Let's add a URL first. Add a URL. Now a URL enables the teacher to provide a web link as a resource, as a course resource. So here we give the name of the resource. For example, we could have a link to a Zoom meeting, for example, or a link to a Google Forms survey. So we put the link and the description. We can choose to display a description. So if we turn editing off, we'll be able to see that we have under development environment, we have our survey. We actually want it to be under installation, so we move it under installation. And we also want to take the description off, makes it very bulky. Turn the description off. So if we view as a student, we have Under installation and development, and also under installation, we have a survey. When somebody clicks on the survey, it will open the Google form. Returning to our normal view. We don't want this one to open in the same page, so let's see if we can edit that so that it opens in a separate tab. Edit settings, appearance, open in pop-up. So this is our link. When we click it, it will open in a new tab. I'm currently not logged in with my OMO email, so it doesn't show the form. So this is how our page looks like at the moment. With a file, folders, and a link. Those are 3 resources we've added so far. So finally, we're going to add a page. So a page enables the teacher to create a web page resource using the text editor. So this one is quite detailed. So this is basically like a complete web page and can contain images, videos, texts, and several other resources. Programming as a second language. So here, under page content, we shall add quite a lot. We shall add a link to a video. This is a link to a video. Give this a medium header. A YouTube link, a link to Wikipedia. This one will be a video. So you use a page when you have a lot of content that you want to put. So as a student, we'll have our page here. When we click the page, it will open a new page. So the student is expected to read through Programming as a Second Language. This is a link to a TED Talk video. So this is a full web page that the student can read. So we've looked at a file, folders, a folder, a link, and a page. So these are examples of resources you can add to your course dashboard for students to be able to access. So after adding the resources, your course is halfway ready for students to view. These are the sections which don't have any content. You have the option of hiding them from the student view. When you go under edit on each section, you could hide the topic. So for you as an administrator, it's grayed out and it's got this notice hidden from students. But for the students, they can't view it at all. If I go to the student view, I'll only be able to view the sections that are not hidden. So now you're at a point where you're ready to enroll students into your course. You can continue the development of your course structure as learning is going on. Before you add students, it's a good idea to make your profile, build your profile. It's something we haven't looked at. Your profile is a brief about you, about your contacts, a bio, so that students can be able to know who you are. When you go to your profile on this menu, currently this is what my profile looks like. I have no image. I have my name here, my email address and country and city. So this is information that I might want to edit so that my students get to know me better. So I can edit my profile from this point. I could change my name. If, for example, I was enrolled and my name was misspelled or something, I could change my name, my email address, and all these details. So here's the point where I add a picture. So now I have my photo. Oh, sorry. I could also add a bio, a brief description. Let me copy a bio somewhere. Okay, so here now, my profile is a bit richer. I have my image, my name, and a bio, a description of who I am. And I think I'm quite comfortable with my students seeing this, other than just having my name without even my image. So I go back to my course. And now to enroll students, under course administration, no, sorry, under navigation, and under my course CS01, I have the participants button here, which I can click, and then I get to the participants page. I currently have 2 participants enrolled and myself as a lecturer. So to add more people, I click enroll users, and then I select the users from here. There's an auto suggest which you use to get a list of names, and then you choose them, you click them to select them. Let me take out Professor Max. So I'm enrolling 3 other people into my course. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students in my course. When I'm done, I can go back to my course dashboard. Now, when my students log in, they'll be able to see my course. Now that they've been enrolled in the course, they'll be able to see the course under their course dashboard. PHP Fundamentals, it's this one. And when they click it, they'll be able to view the course as a student with the resources that I have added. They'll be able to see the file, the folders, the link on the page. When they click the folder, they'll be able to see the contents of the folder and download the folder. So when I click the survey, I'll be able to get the survey in a pop-up window. So I've submitted my survey, and I can close. So next we're going to look at how to add activities.